Hi, I'm Naila and I'm speaking on behalf of NISA. This video is specifically to help people who have triggers and memories about sexual abuse, and my aim is to help you understand what plays out in you so that you're not frightened by them and you gain some understanding. We all can get triggered. Nothing to do with trauma or abuse, but sometimes you can hear a song playing on the TV and remember a really happy summer, or a breakup with a boyfriend, or you could smell freshly baked bread and suddenly be, back in your childhood. So those are just normal things that can happen. A smell can remind you of a certain time and a happy or a sad time, depending on what the memory is. But when we get triggered and we go back to memories of sexual abuse, we can get really frightened by them. And I know I used to be, because I was sexually abused, and when I'd get triggered, I'd make all sorts of meaning about it. I remember in particular of a training where I was with peers, and a couple of the guys just had a certain attitude and were saying things, nothing sexual or anything. It was just a normal conversation, but their attitude and the words they were using really affected me, and I just felt I've got to keep away from these people. And then the next day that feeling got a lot worse, and then I was really just avoiding them at all cost, like kind of my life depended on it. And it wasn't until later on that I realized, and I couldn't even tell you what the actual memory was that triggered it, but I was starting to behave like I was when I was 7, where I couldn't really speak. I just had to avoid the abuser at all costs. And yet I was an adult and I was capable of asserting myself, or even just saying to the guys, because they themselves weren't doing anything wrong, to say, look, can you just give me some space? But I couldn't, because I was like a 7-year-old who wasn't able to say no, who wasn't able to ask for help, who wasn't able to assert herself, and then I just behaved in that way. Now, thoughts are the language of the mind, and feelings are the language of the body. And we store memories and they get triggered. And when they get triggered, it's just a thought from the past brought into the present now. Nothing more than that. Now, if you don't know that and you get triggered, you can make up all sorts of things about what that means. That I'm still not over it, I'm never gonna get over it, or there's something wrong with me, I'm broken, I need fixing. Whereas in reality, it's actually just a passing thought. Even if it's a painful passing memory, it's still a thought brought in from the past into the present now. It's no more than that. We have thousands of thoughts a day and they come and go. The mind is designed for them to do that. Just as the body is designed to inhale, exhale. We don't do the breathing. The body is designed to do that itself. Well, the mind is designed to let thoughts come and go. But if we don't know that memory is just a thought coming through, we can read a lot into it, give it a lot of meaning, and frighten ourselves and not realize that thinking about it, holding on to it, putting meaning into it is what will keep it in place, and it will not leave. But if you leave it alone, it will pass like all the other thousands of thoughts that come and go. We don't make them come and go. They go by themselves. And another thing that I used to think was that if a memory came, it meant I was still not over it. and that there was still something wrong with me, and the damage done from the past was still with me. Whereas in reality, when the body is in a healthy place, it will know it's safe to let those memories come and go. Like it's wanting to release them, nothing more than that. So it's actually a sign of health if those things happen, not there's something wrong with you. And sometimes it's uncomfortable. I'm not undermining that in any shape or form. But if that's the case, you just gotta ride the wave. You're gonna get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it won't last. It won't last if you let it come and go. And you see it for what it is. Just a thought passing through, healing you, and allowing you to be okay. That it's your health, recalibrating. Because there's no answers in the past. There's nothing that you can change about it. You can't erase it. It happened. But what you do with it now, that's down to you. And if you see the innocence of what shows up, not get frightened. Or even if you get frightened and it passes through, you'll be fine. As long as you don't put meaning into it. Because it's the meaning that become beliefs about who we are. And beliefs are just a thought we've had over and over again about what's wrong with me or what did I do wrong. And those are just thoughts too that you don't need to hold on to. They don't serve you. They don't serve who you are. Allow them to come and go. And know that you're okay. No matter what memories show up, they are gone. They're just coming through to release themselves. I hope this video helps you in some way, and if you have been sexually abused and there's anything around that that you bump up against or you struggle with or you're disturbed by still and you would like some help, feel free to write to me in confidence. My email address for Nisa is below the video, and if it affects you, it's likely to affect other people, and I will do my best to make a video specifically dealing with that issue. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye for now.